So I thought I would do a quick overview of the VBOX Circuit Tools software that you can use. I have the VBOX HD2 inside the Mustang GT4, so you're looking at the basic Circuit Tools software that you can download for free if you have the VBOX HD2. And I kind of wish I would have known what I know now after kind of learning and fumbling around a little bit. So let's give you a kind of quick overview of how I'm using it so far. So I'm going to load a VBO file. You'll see here that I actually have qualifying, and then I have a race in here. So let's just grab, I think this is the qualifying session right here. We'll load that up. And the first thing that you're going to want to do, and what you're going to notice, and this is my fault, is you're going to notice that I don't have the right circuit loaded as far as the video goes. What you want to do, this is something that I learned, is at the start of your weekend, use the VBOX iPhone app or Android app and look at the preview and go in and select the layout. So in this case, it goes by alphabetical order. So it actually was selecting the standard and not this 10B, which is actually what was being ran. So you can see how it extends down here and not up here. But when it loads, standard configuration, you've got your video file up here, you've got a Google Maps version down here. I actually have these selected. As far as speed, brake pressure, and throttle. You know, if you want different channels, just go into channels up here and select them. I feel like this is a really good review layout for me, just to look at, you know, corner speed I might be at or top speed, and along with brake pressure and throttle position. And I'll show you kind of how I'm reviewing those and learning more, you know, and more about the software and capabilities versus just the Motec data, which is so much more intense. I feel like this is a very quick way of overviewing a session at the racetrack, for instance. And the Motec is feeding this data to the VBOX through some CAN programming that I've actually learned a little bit about, along with VBOX helping out, which they have amazing support. Shout out to Kyle and the team there. I'm here in Michigan, where they have a local team, so very fortunate I've been able to work with them a little bit. So here we are in the Mustang GT4 at Gingerman Raceway. Old tires and a pretty slick track, so nothing incredible as far as time goes here, especially having no practice. This was the first time out for qualifying. So you'll see that my best lap was a 137.33 and an ideal lap of 136.75. All right, so the way I'm going to look at this first is probably where I could have made this lap better. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just set the session up here tab to show me the fastest gain or the biggest gain. And so if I go through this, you'll see in sector 6, which if you go down here, you can actually turn on sectors if you want. I don't find it necessary because I'm going to show you how I do this afterwards. So you can see in sector 6, there was a 0.12 gain that I could have actually lowered this lap time down significantly. So I'm going to review that first. So I'm going to click the show box, and that takes it into a side-by-side view. And then I can actually just double click right here on this sector 6, and it's going to automatically zoom in on that area down here in the data, which is nice. And I can actually just roll my mouse forward, and it's going to be able to zoom in as far as I want. So that's going to allow me to kind of see line differences. I can come up here and I can slow it down as far as play goes. We'll just start with kind of a normal playback for you guys, just to kind of see what's going on. And you can always make your video bigger. Once you have that data selected, you might as well make this bigger so you can see what's going on. I don't have the VBOX completely programmed yet. You can see the steering wheel is upside down. I'm actually working with the guys to figure out my Motec C185 CAN setup's a little different, so we're dialing that in right now. So, but it was okay. It was kind of, I got the lights set up and the throttle was decent, brake was decent. So let's just play this through really quick. And notice the blue car separation there. So we're looking at the lines. Once you're in that sector, actually to go back into 6, I could slow it down, which is nice to see. I could go back to the beginning, and the biggest thing that I can see right away is just the difference between my brake pressure. I'm actually entering in with just less brake pressure right at this moment. So I can actually go right to that spot right there. I can zoom out a little bit for reference if I want to. You can center the car back. I can zoom out. It kind of zooms in right where you roll the mouse wheel. I can see I'm just a little bit further inside in the blue sector where I gain time. And if I just play that through slowly, I'm on less brake right there. And I actually rolled into throttle faster on the slower lap, which is a little interesting. And then you can see here I'm actually on more throttle earlier right here, kind of towards that apex going out to where you push out on this section of the track. It's actually a really interesting part of the track where with these bad tires, I feel like it was really tough to carry speed through here. And I was just a little more confident on the throttle just a little bit earlier, even though the speed wasn't that much different here. You can see, and it's going to sync because you have to remember the positioning is different in the video if you're trying to sync the actual position with the throttle position or brake position. But this is where I'm seeing the biggest gain. So I can actually just, I wish that this worked right here. I think it says center on vehicle. And I don't know if it's gonna stay centered now because that was, yeah, now it's gonna stay centered. There we go. Blue, I was a little further inside there. So, and you can see I was actually on the throttle earlier with the slower lap. But once you come up here, it was much different as far as brake pressure. I was actually on the brake earlier on the faster lap and later on the slower lap. And I wonder if that made a difference too. So you could go through every single sector. You can look at your line. You can look at your brake position, your throttle position. You can look at your speed. I really like looking at the curves. You know, I'm really trying to balance my, you know, brake curve when I'm coming off and using some trail brake, and it really is an eye-opener sometimes, especially, you know, you go out in an early session like this, you're not used to the car, the track, anything, and it's an eye-opener on some of the curves where, you know, I felt like I was, you know, really coming in with solid brake pressure and rolling off smoothly. And you can see I had some moments for sure where it could have been much smoother, just kind of learning the traction, and then moments that were better. And it's nice how you can just skip around. So I mean, if I just want to skip right here to this section right here and look at the difference as far as brake pressure goes and when my throttle came in, it's just so easy to do that. And like I said, all you have to do is take your VBOX data, and it's going to, these are not actually the video files, these are the VBOX files that are going to be on your SD card when you take them out. And so that's basically the data synced up with the video file it's going to load. Because if I were to actually take the SD card and show you guys really quick the media, you're going to see there's actually MP4 files in there, but it's this VBO file that you're loading, and that's what then pulls in the video file on the same drive. So if you were to pull everything onto your desktop or you wanted to put it in the cloud or anything, make sure you load the VBOX files along with the MP4 files. That way it can pull the necessary, you know, data that it needs to have everything. So just a real quick overview of VBOX Circuit Tools. I didn't even know Circuit Tools existed out of the gate. I was just playing the video and looking at the data on screen, and you know, this is just a really great quick reference software in my opinion, and I look forward to getting the rest of the data synced up, like steering angle coming over from the Motec, and having all that different data logged, so then I can really, you know, dive in more and obviously get more comfortable with the car. I mean, I don't have a ton of seat time in this car, so you know, it'd be really interesting to see how things improve going back to the same track, you know, maybe a little different tire strategy, different track conditions. It's really exciting stuff. So let me know what you think. I'm always happy to share any information I have. Like I said, coming into it uneducated and kind of, you know, learning, you know, through a fire hose has been interesting. So you guys will have to let me know what you think, and let me know if you're using VBOX and, you know, what you're utilizing or might do differently inside of here.